Innovation Management Case Analysis Tesla. First, it's important to know what is design thinking. Design thinking encourages organizations to focus on people and understand users. These companies create for and leads to human-centered products, services, and internal processes. The core of design thinking is getting actionable and knowing your questions. It's about simple mindset shifts or ways of asking questions differently. It provides a solution-based approach to solving problems. This method describes human-centered interactive design processes considering 5 steps that are emphasize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Design thinking is useful for tackling problems that are ill-defined or unknown. Okay, as I mentioned before, these are the 5 stages of design thinking. So first is empathize. This first stage of design processes demands gaining an empathic understanding of the problem you are trying to solve, typically through some form of user research. Empathy is crucial because it allows you to set aside your own assumptions about the world in order to gain insight into users and their needs. The second stage, that is define, allows you to put together the information you have created and gathered during the empathize stage. You analyze your observations and synthesize them in order to define the core problem you and your teamwork have identified so far. The third stage, that is ideate. In this process, you start generating ideas with the knowledge you have gathered in the first 2 phases. You can start to think outside the box to identify new solutions to the problem statement, and you can start to look for alternative ways of viewing the problem. In the prototype stage, you can put your team to produce a number of inexpensive scaled-down versions of the product or specific features found within the product so you can investigate the problem solutions and implement them. So the last stage is test. Here the product should be complete. So you try and see if the solutions you put into it are giving you the result you wanted. Here also you can change any mistake or improve the product. Okay, so now talking a little bit about Tesla. This company was founded in 2003 by a group of engineers who wanted to prove that people didn't need to compromise to drive electric, that electric vehicles can be better, quicker, and more fun to drive than gasoline cars. Today, Tesla builds not only all-electric vehicles, but also infinitely scalable clean energy generations and storage products. Tesla believes that the faster the world stops relying on fossil fuels and moves towards a zero-emission future, the better. Okay, so the first question is how Tesla supports its innovation processes through design thinking. So design thinking revolves around the deep interest in developing an understanding of the people for whom we are designing the products or services. We can see how Tesla observes and develops empathy with the target users. Tesla always is doing the process of questioning the problem, questioning the assumptions, and questioning the implications. This company involves ongoing experimentations, like sketching, prototyping, testing, and trying out concepts and ideas. So, regarding the 5 stages of design thinking, Tesla applied them in their processes. For example, empathize. They know what the problem is and they want to solve. In this case, is how to create sustainable energy. In the define stage, they identify who their clients are, what are their needs, and what is the problem that the company needs to outcome. In the stage of ideate, Tesla does this by challenging assumptions and creating ideas for innovative solutions that is sustainable energy. In the prototype stage, Tesla starts implementing the solutions into the new versions of the products that are the electric cars. And the last stage, that is test, Tesla launched a solution that is, in this case, a preliminary version of the car. And they tested if it works or if it doesn't. Okay, so the second question is why Tesla is an innovative company. So Tesla is innovative because the goal of this company is to change the world, not to make money. That's crucial for innovations. Tesla is associated with the least autonomous vehicle developments. In fact, all Tesla cars are already installed with autonomous hardware so that their enhanced autopilot features are rolled out of the cars will be to match speed to traffic conditions, keep within a line, automatically change lanes without requiring driver input, and transition from one freeway to another. Also, exit the freeway when your destination is near, self-park when near a parking spot, and be summed to your garage. Also, Tesla acknowledged that they are not the only organization making progress in their field, but believe it's the way in which they bring their technologies together and makes them innovative. Electric cars, batteries, and renewable energy generation and storage already exist independently, but when combined, they become even more powerful. So this is what Tesla is doing right now. Other factors that make Tesla an innovative company is that their cars are completely different than the other ones in the market. For example, they are manufactured with less pieces. So these electric cars have 80% less components than any other car. So this will reduce the cost of the companies. Another factor is that they don't need maintenance. So Tesla recommends to change their tires every 10,000 kilometers for safety, but the car itself doesn't require any specific maintenance, and therefore the company does not manufacture filters, belts, and other spare parts. The third factor is connection, and is that Tesla electric car is connected to the internet every day of the year and every month. The next factor is recharge, and Tesla public stations provide complete free recharges for their vehicles, and this is thanks to the company's network of superchargers that they operate in the United States, in Europe, China, Japan, and Australia, but the company intends to expand for different countries of the world. Okay, so the last factor is zero contamination, and Tesla car is recharged directly from an electric system, so the vehicle itself has zero emission of gases and is respectful with the environment, and it's built in a sustainable manner. Okay, so the last question is what is the future of Tesla? So I think that Tesla will keep trying to solve an incredibly important goal for our society, that is creating an electric vehicle. I think that they are going to continue manufacturing cars that will be better and more efficient every time. I also think that Tesla will expand and grow because they could work with many different transportation companies and create new vehicles or improve the ones that already exist. And one of the many factors Tesla wants is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. So I think that they will keep promoting this and trying to help the environment every day. Okay, to conclude, I think that design thinking techniques are strategies that belong at every level of a business or any company. So design thinking is not only for designers but also for creative employees, freelancers, and leaders who seek to infuse design thinking into every level of the organization, product, or service in order to drive new alternatives for business and society.